First up, ranked number 2 in the world, he's a 2-time British Open champion, the Beast of Alexandria. From Egypt, Mohamed ElShorbagy. And his opponent today, the world number 1 and current world champion, also from Egypt. Please welcome Ali Farag.
Just going to have a recap of the semi-finals yesterday for both players. Well, PJ, the Mohamed ElShorbagy Kareem Abdul-Gawad first game was crucial, wasn't it? With Gawad coming in slightly fatigued.
Yeah, he was definitely dented after that real battle against Simon Rosner in the previous round. And ElShorbagy's been flawless this week with his preparations. He made that first game extremely tough, and he reaped the rewards because you got the sense that Gawad was feeling it physically. The spring in his step just wasn't quite there, and ElShorbagy ended up cruising to a fairly comfortable 3-love victory in the end.
It's kind of unheard of, really. ElShorbagy getting through 3-love. Does at times have very, very tough draws and drawn-out battles as well, which, with his physical capabilities, he's been able to deal with and win major titles. But Ali Farag had his work cut out massively with Paul Cole. Paul Cole's, for me, gone up another 2 levels, really. This event will put him in good stead for his confidence, but he really tested that reserves and, as you said, the mental capabilities of Ali Farag.
Absolutely. I think these two put on a terrific display in the semi-finals of the World Championships in Chicago earlier this year. Farag came through that in a very tight 4 games, and you got the sense that towards the late stage of the match where Farag did look heavily fatigued, Paul Cole could possibly go 1 step further. But since taking that #1 ranking, for me, Farag has really started to express himself. Confidence is there. He had to draw on that yesterday. Came through the 77-minute mouth-watering encounter.
Well, Farag wasn't shy of hiding his fatigue yesterday after that match, sprawled out on the floor. Mohamed ElShorbagy has won this British Open back in 2015 and 2016. It's his 4th final, PJ, in 5 years, so talk about Mr. Consistent at the grand old age of 28.
Yeah, amazing, really. He is Mr. Consistent, you're right, but he will not like the fact that he's seeded 2, currently ranked number 2 in the rankings. He'll be looking to get that #1 spot back as quickly as possible.
Dominating for such a long period of time at the world #1 spot. He's lost it twice now, and he made a very public statement about looking to take it back and be the only player in squash to be able to take back the world #1 spot 3rd time. And if he wins this title, the points that he will get will certainly help his ranking. However, this man has been so consistent. It's been a joke. He's only lost 1 match in 2019, and that was to another Egyptian player, the Bullet, Mohamed Abouelga. For him, he's desperate for that rest from a huge season playing through all those matches. But look at that, Elguna International winner, PSA World Championship winner, Tournament of Champions winner. Just the list goes on, PJ.
Well, it's amazing, really. The last 18 months for this young man have been pretty meteoric. Since he joined the PSA World Tour, his rise up to the top has been astounding. To come through kind of Harvard University, graduating there, and then you see back in just 9 years ago, down at 91 in the world.
he runs through. 3-2, obviously standing out. Happened to be yesterday, PJ. I mean, sometimes in a tournament it's quite nice to have a 3-2 early on, not the day before the final, but beggars can't be choosers. He got the result there, Ali Farag. James Wallstrop having a terrific game in the second round with ElShorbagy, but again not able to get a game off of the Egyptian at all. Managing to dispatch Rodriguez, which was last year's final. Nour El Tayeb, who will be taking charge of her husband as ever. Nice relaxed smile from Ali Farag there. And you alluded to that in the when we were down at courtside at the studio, PJ. 7-2 ElShorbagy, but those last two victories. TPD Open was a little bit strange. ElShorbagy kind of gave up after 2 games there, relatively, in the humdinger in the TOC, which was really the turning point for Farag, wasn't it, this rivalry?
100%. Play will start in 15
6 times they played in the finals, Joey. They shared at 3 apiece. So all to play for here.
The Alam British Open 2019 men's final match. Ali Farag of Egypt to serve. Mohamed ElShorbagy of Egypt to receive. Best of 5 games. Love all.
So Ali Farag kicking off this men's British Open final 2019. We're live from the University of Hull. Packed audience. Over 800 strong watching this.
Love.
Well, ElShorbagy wasting no time at all. He'll be looking to inject a pace in the early phase of this final to really test and trouble Ali Farag. We talk about his rhythm of movement, the swing, the fluidity. ElShorbagy will be looking to change all of that.
Thank you. Two love.
Well, ElShorbagy straight out the traps as expected.
Down. 3 love.
He looks pale. Doesn't look massively with it, does he? Looks very drawn and pale.
Well, given the occasion, Joey, last night, I mean, 77 minutes of brutality, really. It's hardly surprising. I mean, these guys are super fit, they're highly tuned athletes, but to recover from something of that magnitude, you'd think it would take its toll on anybody.
Ali Farag's going to have to really utilise that front wall, PJ. He's going to have to really utilise it.
This
A lot of height.
It will test the versatility of Farag's game today. As you said, he'll have to have his squash head on, that's for sure.
Some heavy movements for Farag, which is not something you'd say lightly. It's a good rally for Shorbagy, this one.
Something for me, Joey, that ElShorbagy's done so well this week is playing at still an amazing pace, a very high pace, but it's with an element of control as well. Sometimes he can go a little bit too kind of crazy tempo, high tempo with a sacrifice in accuracy.
Sure.
He's got the balance right at the moment for me, especially in the 4 previous rounds.
He's done well here, Farag, though. He's pulled back to 3-all.
Hand out 4-all.
Well, they're trading blows early on here.
It's looking a little bit better.
He's perked up a little bit. Yeah, he's read that, he's anticipated the cross court. Ali Farag just stood his ground in the middle of the court there. Just managed to get this beyond the reach of ElShorbagy. Well, what started off as a poor start for Ali Farag, he's turned this around quite superbly.
Yeah, he has. He's settled in now nicely.
I think he's doing a nice job of controlling the tempo of the match, Joey. He's not allowing ElShorbagy to go too high speed.
I mean, look what's happening here, and the accuracy to the sidewall. There we go.
Thank you. Hand out.
Popping that one out of court, but the tactics are there for Farag.
This is it, the tempo's gone up. Hit the mid-stage of the first, all-important first game.
Great shot.
And you see the reaction. He knew the significance of this phase of the first game here, ElShorbagy.
6-5.
Does look quite relaxed himself, given the occasion.
Well, I mean, he's won this title previously. I mean, he's 36 titles to his name. He's got to look a bit relaxed because he's also beaten everyone 3-love.
Lots to be relaxed about.
Yes, lad.
It was a funny bounce off of the back door here. Just catches the join where the handle is. Just watch this as it comes round. It just shoots off at a funny angle.
No, actually. I don't think he could have even got his tickling arm around that ball to get it back on the front wall, funnily enough.
Down.
Well, that was a poor shot.
7-5.
So Shorbagy making a bit of headway at the mid-stage of this first. All quiet with the crowd, PJ.
Well, it's just simmering over nicely, isn't it?
You sound like you're doing a cookery program.
Yeah, that's good work. Just enough hold in the swing. He stops the movement here of ElShorbagy. Just for that fraction of a second.
And out 6,
causes the
7.
mistiming of the volley. Sorry, just watching the shot there. It was a bit of a whiff, wasn't it? Just put the old false teeth back in quickly. Excuse me.
And out 8-6.
Well, Adrian Stiff there, just keeping an eye on Mohamed ElShorbagy.
ElShorbagy's been working with Adrian for a number of years down in Bristol. Quite a few players based down in that region of the country at the moment.
It's a nice region to be in.
It's beautiful,
We're
Bristol.
going there for a holiday.
Yes. I'm sure these guys will be enjoying a much-needed holiday after this stage of the season.
8-6.
Yeah, I think it's probably the right decision, but okay, they've been very strict on these areas of the court, the referees this event. Yes, penetrating line from Shorbagy.
9-6.
Yeah, terrific weight of shot here from Ali Farag. Not much pace on the ball, but he got the height right, where the second bounce is into the back of the court, just dies. Mohamed ElShorbagy just can't get his racket underneath that one. Acknowledged by ElShorbagy, but a 2-point cushion for the number 2 seed.
Yeah, he's managed to stay ahead, a couple of points ahead of Farag. last phase of this first game.
Terrific attacking play from Ali Farag, but it's been equalled by the movement of ElShorbagy. This is hard. He's made the error.
He's made the error. He looked nervously out the back then as well. There, Farag looking at his wife with a fist, clenched fist.
Yeah, it's testing rally after 15 minutes of play in this opening game. Due to the sweat that's accumulated on the surface, we just see Ali Farag's wife there, Noor El-Tayeb, current world number 3, anxiously looking on. So that was certainly opening the lungs, Joey.
Yeah, I mean, this is a welcome court clean hit, probably from both players, but I'd say more Ali Farag. That was the longest rally we've had so far in the first game. Very testing. This is the mental resolve that we were talking about earlier, with Farag being a newly crowned world champion, world number 1. These are the scenarios that he needs to really dig deep. We have said about that, you know, the match, but in a tournament, you've got to back up if you're going to convert.
Well, this is now the pace that ElShorbagy loves to play at. There's not many players that stand this far up the court. You can just see the position that ElShorbagy is adopting. He's barely behind the short line, the middle of the court, that kind of T region that we call it. And this is a great camera angle, unfortunately, the end of the rally, but he's already hovering and creeping up, looking to apply more pressure to Farag.
2 errors in a row for Shorbagy.
Again, you just see him hunting down, he's unrelenting.
10-9, game ball.
It's rare you see Farag misjudge those. Game ball for Shorbagy.
Yes, lad.
I mean, that really was Mr. Tickle.
I'm surprised he's called this. Surprised he's called this.
Who, Shorbagy?
I'm surprised the referee's not gone to a video review. He's literally gone for a yes let hit. Shorbagy can hit this whenever he wants.
I can't see this being a let.
He ends up running into the swing, unfortunately.
I think this will be a... Oh, my word. I thought that...
Yes, led decision upheld. ElShorbagy has no reviews remaining. 10-9, game ball.
You wanted to win that first game, Joey?
Certainly did. Well, he's called the beast for many reasons. Shorbagy managing to hold on to that first game. So important. 18 minutes in duration as well, so good physicality there for Shorbagy. He leads 1 game to love here. Well, PJ. Not sure what he's drinking there. Is that like a Pepto-Bismol? It's certainly not. Is it, or is it mouthwash?
Hopefully not mouthwash. We'll give him he will need the Pepto-Bismol after that. Do all sorts to the stomach.
Not a huge amount between them in the stats, PJ. Look at that.
Plenty of activity from ElShorbagy. It's the errors though. 1 more winner, 1 less error, and that's been the deciding factor. 18 minutes in duration. That will certainly get into the legs of both players, but I feel that would have probably dented Farag more. Not only because of last night, but also because it's the first game. It's such a crucial game to take in these kind of situations, the finals of these major events, just to get that game under your belt so you can relax and enjoy yourself a little bit. Having said that, Ali Farag is looking very relaxed and seems to be enjoying himself, but he's going to have to turn something around here.
Yeah, big call now for Ali Farag, being 1 game to love down.
15 seconds. ElShorbagy leads 1 game to love. Love all.
So Mohamed ElShorbagy presses on as we start this 2nd game.
No lead.
Oh my God, the ball was so high. It was so high.
Hand out, 1 love.
It's very softly spoken on that one.
He has a point. It wasn't particularly severely hit or particularly low from Farag, but
Hand out, 1 all. And out, 2-1.
Clip the top of the tin. It's a good start here from Farag.
3-1.
well, the crowd just not quite seeing that one. Ball does ping up off the top of the tin there. Good start to the 2nd from Ali Farag.
Four-1.
Too short, too early in the rally there for Ali Farag.
2-4. 3-4.
Well, again, ElShorbagy trying to extend rallies, but we've got a bit of an increase in tempo. Good work here from Farag.
He's caught his racket.
Yes, lad. 3-4. Left box, please.
Crowd quite subdued at the moment, waiting for something to happen. Great shot. Not that he needs confidence, but that will help Ali Farag.
It's the first one he's hit in a while, actually,
Yeah.
that's kind of rolled.
5-3.
It's been going for it.
Oh, this
Tight
is
squeeze.
excellent phase of the game now.
6-3.
But what's so interesting about that from Ali Farag, again, he did the same in the first game. There was no weight on the board. There was no pace for Mohamed ElShorbagy to feed off of.
Got it.
Clever, very clever. I mean, this gargantuan stride comes out of nowhere from Ali Farag.
Then
Just
the
watch
tickle.
it looks like he's nowhere near it, and then the little tickle, trickle boast.
Tickle, tickle.
7-3.
Body system's obviously really starting to switch on now for Ali Farag. A bit more bounce to his movement again, PJ, isn't there? He's split steps a bit quicker.
I think now we're creeping up towards kind of the 25-minute mark, Joey. The ball is starting to soften up a little bit, and it's not reacting quite as quickly off of the front wall. That's going to favour Ali Farag.
And then another error. So Mohamed ElShorbagy being
8-3.
tested
Left, please.
for the first time, really, in this tournament. 5-point lead for Ali Farag.
Tied it up nicely there from
And
Mohamed
out,
ElShorbagy,
4-8.
attempting the trickle boast again, but ElShorbagy equal to the task.
Down. 5-8.
Quite a big rally here for Ali Farag. ElShorbagy, if he can somehow get to 6-8, just psychologically to know he's only 2 points adrift, will give him a very good reason to push.
Yeah. And out 9-5.
Well, this will get very interesting. Ali Farag can convert this second game.
Oh, he's done it. I mean, Ali Farag literally must be about 15 feet in the air here by the time he's jumped, and with his reach. Doesn't have a foot on the ground when he kind of feathers this across into the neck.
Very, very, very smooth. So the confidence brewing now with Farag. We've got a match on our hands. We've got a match on our hands. Farag responds in this second game. It's the first game that Shorbaghy's dropped in the entire event. 30 minutes so far for this final. 9 minutes second game. Ali Farag equalises 1 game apiece. Well, it's like he's woken up, really, BJ. I mean, he's. I think he had a tough evening trying to recover last night. Not the best of sleeps, and you know, he's one of these characters that's a bit of a night owl anyway.
Yeah, I mean, after the first game, Joey, perhaps some residual stiffness and a build-up of lactic acid from his match previously, but from halfway through that second game, he just had a completely new lease of life. Very impressive. And he's pushing himself. He's running on fumes here. This is pure guts and determination from Ali Farag. He's physically feeling it, but he's pushing through that discomfort. And he's levelled up brilliantly at 1 game apiece here. Trading blows back and forth, these two. It was nip and tuck all the way. ElShorbagy trying to implement that pace that we're so accustomed to. But Ali Farag has started to find his range, his weight of shot. He's keeping the ball nice and straight, nice and tight, beyond the reach, and controlling the tempo of the game. So he's not allowing Mohamed to play so quickly that Farag doesn't have any time on the ball. And then when the opportunity comes, he's putting the ball away with absolute brilliance and quality. Couple of errors from ElShorbagy, and it's now Farag that's levelled up at 1 game apiece.
Well, this is more like it. Ali Farag responding. Let's hope we get a monumental third game between these two class acts.
1 game all, Farag serve. Love all.
Immediately, Shorbaghy
And out 1 love.
responds. Early stages of games, likes to take quick points and try and build an early lead.
Yes, let. 1 love. Down.
Another error. Another error.
Well, just check out that scoreboard, Joey.
Hand out.
Absolutely
1
nothing
all.
in it.
It's 1 point, but it'll change. Now it's 1 all. Now I'm checking it out.
Ridiculous movement from Farag.
Yeah, it's an important rally. Didn't go for that ball, Farag.
And out 2-1.
Oh, he's whiffed it. Oh, it's off the frame. He's used all of the racket there. It's a good job he had the bumper strip on it.
Well.
And out 2-all.
Loping strides. It's good pressure from Shorbagy. There's the guess.
It's another fist pump from ElShorbagy.
Well, he's looking at him.
It's always nice as a player when you do thump one down the line, you see your opponent's guessed the wrong way. That will be noted by ElShorbagy.
Sorry, hand out 3-2. Yes, lad.
Yeah, he's having a real bad patch now physically, Ali Farag.
Yeah, well, ElShorbagy's noted that. You can tell he's in the service box, bouncing, and he cannot wait to get the next rally underway. Oh, beautiful.
Well, you say that, and then he produces finishing ability like, I mean, talk about
And out 3-all.
a vast amount of resources, technically, and all the rest of it, to be able to produce that.
Thank you. And out 4-3.
ElShorbagy's got no interest in tidying up the damp floor.
ElShorbagy. You're still in the way. 5-3.
Well, you can tell how Ali Farag can get Roy Gingell and John Mazzarella mixed up. Call him Rob Roy.
John Roy. It's quite a good name.
Well, he's racing for the ball, as you said previously. Can't wait long enough to get the rally underway. Keep this pressure. Here goes the yalla 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 from Farag. Usually when he does the yalla yalla yalla,
It's a good effect, isn't it?
it's a good effect, but is there enough energy in the tank?
Down. 7-3.
Come on, Ali.
ElShorbagy marching on in this crucial third game, 8-3 lead. He's now sensing that the finishing line is well within his vision.
Yeah, he's not running for that one. Farag's going to give up the ghost in this third game.
9-3.
The brutality of squash is that you've only got a couple of minutes to try and recover.
Yeah.
Well, he's hit the winner, but it's pretty obvious that he's not wanting to
4-9.
chase this. Things can change, though, if he hits a couple more winners, but I feel that Shorbagy's going to close out. Yeah, he didn't even move for that one, PJ.
And out 10-4, game ball.
6 game balls for a 2-1 advantage for the number 2 seed here.
Down. And out 5-10, game ball. Down.
Well, Farag throws his racket up in the air.
ElShorbagy leads 2 games to 1.
It's not got much time to try and salvage something for the 4th game coming up, but Shorbagy storms off court. Fresh change of t-shirt for him, business as usual. 41 minutes so far for this men's final, the all-Egyptian battle. It's Shorbagy that leads 2 games to 1. Doesn't really have to change anything, Mohamed ElShorbagy. He just doesn't want to force it too much, PJ. Looking at the error count there, it's ideal no matter what to keep the error count down, but he doesn't have to chase it. You know, if he stays relatively solid and steady, then I just can't see how Farag's going to be able to get into this physically. He looks very, very fatigued.
I think if ElShorbagy just keeps a lid on things and plays within himself, we mentioned the finishing line early. A fatal mistake that some players can make is getting a little bit ahead of themselves and a bit premature. But I think the experience that ElShorbagy's got now, he'll look to cement a very tough first half of this 4th game physically into Farag, as you said, quite rightly so. The energy tanks look quite depleted from him. And he'll be pretty fired up here. Very good 3rd game here from Mohamed ElShorbagy. About halfway through this 3rd game, you've got the sense that as Farag did drop off ever so slightly, the awareness from ElShorbagy was literally picking the ball up and marching into the service box to get this going underway as quickly as possible. A couple of unforced errors from Farag, and then 8 outright winners from ElShorbagy. He's a man on the mission here, and he's literally 1 game away from taking this year's British Open. Leads by 2 games to 1.
Well, the start Very important for Ali Farag.
ElShorbagy leads 2 games to 1.
To this 4th game.
ElShorbagy to serve.
Farag has got a mountain to climb if he's going to get back into this.
Level.
Very solid, really sending a message out to his opponent, Shorbagy.
1-love.
Extending the rallies and then the finishing backhand volley drop. Good position to play.
Stroke Farag. And out 1-all.
What was your lightest weight when you were playing, PJ? Just looking at that.
I never fluctuated. I stayed at 10.5 stone throughout my career. Honestly, I would literally fluctuate 1 to 2 pounds max.
Was that even when you had the waterbed?
Yeah. It actually had nothing to do with the weight, but...
Well, 2-1.
Farag, for his level, a little bit
2-all.
slow in reacting there.
Yes, let 2-all. Mr. Shorbagy, just watch your movement there. Yeah.
The whole tournament I'm playing clean, so there is no point for that.
2-all.
This tournament, ElShorbagy said he's playing clean.
That's good to know. That's good to know. He's chosen this one.
I think he's even he's smiling at that one.
That's a great shot. There was only one yalla from Ali Farag. Could this be the new one rather than the 4?
Possibly. Time will tell.
Down 3-2.
Too tired to do the 4.
And out 3-all.
Your prediction at the top of the show, PJ, was 3-1.
To Shorbagy, yeah. ElShorbagy, yeah. I've actually been quite fortunate this week with the old predictions. Really not my forte, but...
No, I know. It's been 10 years. So
10 years in the making.
Yes, lad. 3-all. Yes, lad.
Why? Why this and that?
Just a little bit of traffic. 3-all. Yeah, court service, please.
isn't it, about the court cleaning, because from our sky view angle there, I can't really see any droplets there, PJ. I don't know if you can with your vision.
It's not significant, is it? What's interesting is when Ali Farag was asking for the court to be cleaned, Mohamed decided that they weren't going to have the court cleaned, but now that he wants the court cleaned, we're going to get it done. He's certainly taking charge.
Farag trying to open up. But Shorbagy equal to the task. Very, very vocal today in this final, Shorbagy.
4-3.
Just watching the speed of movement of Mohamed ElShorbagy, there's been no let-up in his kind of eagerness to get back to the tee. After he plays the ball primarily out of the back corners, there's a little bit of a kind of a split step and a skip, and an increase in pace of his movement to get back.
Yes, lad.
Not quite the voice of the opera singer at the top of the show, but it's not bad from Farag.
Left box, please.
Fantastic. Hearing all those wonderful, well, those two songs, and
I actually got some serious goosebumps listening to that.
oh, so
Awesome.
right. I can tell on camera actually when you were at the studio, they were still there. Well, the accuracy levels throughout this event have been very, very impressive, haven't they? The length hitting. You hear the rackets clanking against the sidewall.
Yeah, it's been superb, Joey.
Go again. Oh, it's important for Shorbagy, racing past. Farag gives it a wry smile, but he's the one that's 2-1 down. Shorbagy's making a move now.
5-3.
Well, the arousal levels of Mohamed ElShorbagy still
Yes,
very, very high.
That's why I tell it.
Well, the most crucial phase of the match so far,
5-3,
Joey.
right box,
Farag's
please.
got to stay within reach here because ElShorbagy, we know he's such a confident player.
You can tell, you can just look at him.
ElShorbagy's literally charging onto these onslaughts to the front of the court from Ali Farag.
He's got to keep the pressure on.
He keeps stretching his kind of, I don't know if it's the hamstrings or the lower back here.
We'll just have a look at him. Does have a few twitches, like a lot of these top guys are pretty
Superstitious on.
Remember Ramy Shaw, obviously he was. Oh, I just remember Ramy Shaw. We all remember Ramy Shaw. He's one of the greatest players ever, but he was always twitching and stretching.
But that was because he was injured most of the time.
True. Well, look at that from Farag. Turned around after that one. It looked like a baby dragon. It's good to see. I want to see a bit more fire, you know. This is British Open final. If you can get back into this and it really starts to spark up, PJ, things can really start to change mentally for the match. But that's just too good from Shorbagy.
Especially from that area of the court. It's not really something recommended.
6-4.
When you're behind the opponent, they've got control of the tee. Tight squeeze, and he's literally fist pumping every rally here, Mohamed ElShorbagy, sensing that finishing line.
Again, he's doing that stretch. Can you imagine if something starts to flare up, but I can't see it. He's 7-4 now.
Thank you.
7-4.
That wasn't a very good movement there from Shorbagy. Did you notice that, PJ? That movement from Shorbagy was quite odd.
And out.
Massive yellow. He's nervous. Look back. Watch his movement here.
Dear oh dear, yeah, you might be onto something there, Joe. Rest assured, if you notice it, Farag's noticed it.
Thank you for that. These two are like a married couple.
Decision on Shorbagy's appeal.
It's quite a strange situation. What happened there? So did he hit him on the follow through? But
Need to see this from the overhead. This will be the best angle as the racket comes through from ElShorbagy. It looks as though he clips him. He stops straight away. I don't think that's going to have any difference. And it's down to Farag to stop here.
No let.
I hit him with racket. I hit him with racket.
The video referee saw nothing.
What rule is this?
6-7.
Go for it. He was looking like he was going to go for one off the serve then.
I've got a feeling that there is a slight issue with the left leg of ElShorbagy because every movement he's going into the ball, it's off of the right leg.
Hand out. 8-6.
Possibly. I mean, this is getting very tense now after the last couple of rallies. I mean, it's suddenly sparked up, but it's a bit late in the day for Farag. You see, 2-point lead. The fourth game for Shorbagy. Oh, nearly close to Farag's leg. His pace has gone up now, more intense hitting, particularly from Shorbagy.
Down.
There's the yes. There's the yes.
9-6.
I'll say that again. I was waiting for you to respond. He didn't know much about that one, Shorbagy.
No, he'd gone completely the wrong direction. I mean, that is an unbelievable boast.
So Mohamed ElShorbagy presents himself
10-6,
with
match
4
ball.
championship balls.
Very tough.
Oh my goodness me, that's an outrageous rally. Outrageous rally from Farag. I love that they're smiling away.
Well, he needs to watch his serve here.
I was just about to say,
Farag,
just about to say that, PJ, because
half a chance. ElShorbagy's going to try and wallop it cross court into the nick.
Thank you. Hand out 7-10. Match ball.
still 3 championship balls for Mohamed ElShorbagy as Farag serves.
Stroke to Farag.
Unbelievable gets again.
I mean, 3 outright winners against lesser mortals for ElShorbagy there. But
well, this is a nerve-wracking service to the forehand side. He's sizing this one up, Shorbagy. Does he serve at the body? He went for it.
Yes, let's. Player review. Shorbagy on the yes-led decision.
Well, this is a massive, massive call. John Mazzarella, I don't think he's going to get a no-let here, though. Imagine if that was turned to a stroke. Imagine if that...
No, it should just stay as a let ball.
Sorry, he wants a no-let. Yeah, Shorbagy's doing it, he wants a no-let. Imagine if this was suddenly changed to a stroke, yeah. But I don't think it will be. I think it'll be a let.
Yeah, good decision.
Yes-led decision upheld. ElShorbagy has no reviews remaining. 8-10, match ball.
Better serve that time around for Ali Farag.
Oh my goodness gracious me. Backhand volley drop. Played to perfection from Farag. This is unbelievable.
9-10, match ball.
Straight back onto his racket. Still championship ball for Shorbagy. Tremendous length hitting.
Video referee decision on ElShorbagy's appeal.
Well, the players are kind of reffing the decisions themselves, shouting out the... I don't think this is going to be a no-let. I mean, this again has gone straight to John Mazzarella, Roy Gingell. Goodness me, this is...
I've seen strokes given here, Joe.
Yeah.
I've seen strokes given. He did wrap the racket around the back of Ali Farag.
It is a stroke. The stroke's been given, so Mohamed ElShorbagy takes the British Open for the third time. Having a chat there with Ali Farag, but you know he's won a solid final. Mohamed ElShorbagy, he's 3-love through. The only person to take a game off him has been Ali Farag in this final. So Mohamed ElShorbagy bounces back, losing in 2 finals previously. PJ.
Well, deserved winner really, Joey. He's been the best man this week. He's had his house in order. And today was no different. He knew exactly what he needed to do to overcome Ali Farag, the #1 seed. 66 minutes of pure brilliance in the end from Mohamed ElShorbagy. Crucial first game there. From that point on, he really did press.
Well, a lot of emotions for him. It's been a tough old season. Obviously, he's lost his world #1 spot. Lost his World Championship crown. You know, he's got a great track record here in the UK. This is where he's been based since he was 15 years of age.
Unfortunate for Farag, but it was the right decision. Slightly high on the forehand volley drop. Came out to the middle of the court. Shorbagy onto it like a flash. They had to wait. But in the end, it was well worth it for Mohamed ElShorbagy. These two very good friends off court. A serious rivalry is forming between these two Egyptian players. Very similar to that of the Khans back in the 80s and 90s.
Here it is, Mohamed ElShorbagy on that scoreboard for the 3rd time. Rami Ashur winning it back in 2013. That was when it was actually at the football stadium here in Hull. Ali Farag, first British Open final for him, and and what a season. There's still a tournament to go, but I mean, he's absolutely exhausted. We keep saying that. It was a hard match yesterday. You have to back up. It's not just about this tournament. It's been somebody that's suddenly getting into finals, winning them, playing those extra matches throughout the season. Shorbagy said it himself. I mean, it takes a huge toll physically and mentally.
I think after the initial disappointment of losing in tonight's final, Joey, Ali Farag will be really happy with his performance, especially the way he's backed up and pushed ElShorbagy as close as he did, given the fact that he'd had that 77-minute battle with Paul Cole last night. If he can get up against ElShorbagy in the future, which we're all sure that he will, and he doesn't have that same kind of chunk taken out of him, then he's going to have that self-belief that he can actually beat Mohamed on a regular basis.
Well, it's good for the game to get these battles and these rivalries. Of course, we know that. 2 Egyptians in the final for the men, and ElShorbagy coming out on top this year. The points that Farag will gain from this will certainly help his world #1 ranking status. But we're now going to get ready for the prize ceremony. I'm going to hand over to Jenny Duncalf.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the finals presentation of the 2019 Alam British Open. It's been a fantastic week of squash here in Hull, and I'd like to welcome onto court with me Dr. Alam, our title sponsor, Paul Millman, the President of England Squash, and Alex Goff, the CEO of the Professional Squash Association. Now, before handing over our trophies to the players, I do also want to say a massive thank you to all our world squash referees. It's not an easy job, but they do it very well. So thank you, Thomas Forter, Roy Gingell, and John Mazzarella. So now on to the trophies. Our Women's Champion Trophy will be presented by Dr. Alam, and the runners-up trophy by Alex Goff. So please welcome onto court the runner-up in the Women's 2019 Alam British Open, Camille Serm. Camille, if you're okay to have a chat with us in a minute, please. Camille, congratulations on reaching the final. Great week for you, but you really came up against a strong force in Noran.
Yeah, she was just too good today, and I think she's been too good the whole week. I mean, beating the world #1 3-love was a sign already, and you know, even though you try not to think too much about it, I tried my best today. Sorry, I mean, it wasn't a long match, but I did try my best, and she was just too good.
And don't say sorry. And I think you've still got the World Tour finals coming up, but it's been a long season, a bit of time to rest and reflect and recharge for the season next year.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to play the World Series. It's always a fun event, special format as we play best of 3. And this year we're going to Cairo, so it's exciting. And yeah, then have a bit of a week off and then back to training.
Well, enjoy your summer. Congratulations, Camille Serm. And your winner of the 2019 Alam British Open, Nouran Gohar. Noran, you came into this event as the number 7 seed. I think you've been doing exams beforehand. You're now stood here with the trophy, British Open champion. Has it quite sunk in?
Oh, it's unbelievable. If like 2 weeks ago people would told me I'm holding this trophy right now, I'd be like, you're just kidding. Yeah, I was actually going to miss the tournament because of the exams, and I had to play around with the dates to be able to do both. And yeah, it's unbelievable actually. I can't really describe it. I mean, Camille is playing really well these days, and it was for sure a very tough battle mentally, physically, and everything, because we always have really tough matches. I just want to say congratulations for what she did, and she was a British Open champion, so she knew how to deal with this situation, and I was very nervous about it. So. Yeah, all the best for her in the future, and I'm sure she's gonna win it many, many times again.
And there must be many people behind the scenes who've helped you get your hands on this trophy.
Yeah, so I have a big list behind me, so don't be bored, but I have to thank everyone back home. I mean, there's so many people behind the scenes that they don't have the chance to be with me in every and each tournament, but I just want to start by saying thank you to my mom, who's actually here. She's the main reason behind everything, and my dad for sure, my parents, they are the main reason behind everything. My brothers, and then the whole family actually. They are really good supporters, and they just called me after each match, and they were really cheering for me. I have Omar. He's been coaching me since I was 15. I've won every major tournament since the World Junior Championship and everything. He believed in me since day one, and he's a huge person in my life, and I just want to say thank you. Hossein as well, my fitness coach. We have been training together for the last 5 or 6 years. He has been doing a great job with me. I'm waking him up like 7 a.m. before my classes, so he's hating me, but all the effort we are doing is paying off right now, so he should be very happy about it. Darwish back home, he's a huge element in my team, huge credit, because he was a former world number 1. He knows how to play the game, and we have the same character, so he knows how to give me the right words when I'm feeling very down. So thank you so much, Darwish. Thank you, Eddie Digla, my club back home. Also, my physio has been doing a great job with me. I had this knee injury like 3 weeks before Guna. I wasn't 100% sure I will be able to play it, but then he did a great job with me, and I had to pull off from DPD, and I was playing really. I was fit during Guna. It was like a miracle. People couldn't believe it, and right now I'm not feeling anything. So thank you so much, Wafay, and here as well, Derek. They made a huge job with me. So thank you so much, Derek, for your great support. My sponsors for sure, Red Bull, it has been 3 years now. They were very supportive last year when I was very down, and they really believed in me, and they were like, you're just gonna bring it back. You have the qualities, you have everything that can make you to the top. So thank you so much, Red Bull. Thank you, CIB, Uncle Hussein Abaza. He's a huge fan of squash, and he's a huge credit for us in Egypt. He's really supporting all squash champions. Also Technifiber. I think that's it.
You've done well. You've done very well there. Ladies and gentlemen, our women's champion, Noran Goa. Okay, so now on to our men's presentation, and presenting our Champions Trophy will once again be Dr. Alam, and joining him, Paul Millman for the runners-up trophy. So please welcome onto court your 2019 Men's British Open runner-up, Ali Farag. Ali, it's great to see you smiling. Unlucky today. Congrats reaching the final. Not the result perhaps you wanted. We saw you have a nice embrace and chat at the end. Can you let us in a bit on that?
No, it's a secret. No. No, I have to be smiling. I'm very proud with the way I held myself today during the entire match. Maybe the third was a bit of a let-off, but really the way I fought back when I was really down and tired, I'm just very proud of myself, and that's why I have to be smiling. I don't want to be very result-oriented, you know, and I think against any, not any, but against a lot of the top players today, I would have stood a chance. Just Mohamed was so good and so experienced to just I don't know, I couldn't get in front of him for most of the match. And yeah, what we said at the end is just that we have massive respect for each other. He's a source of inspiration to me for sure, and that's what he said back. And I think it's very important that we played the game in such a spirit, and I think this is what the crowd really want to see.
And Ali, your season has been incredible. You became world champion, world #1, a British Open finalist. It's been pretty good.
Oh yeah, beyond good. I mean, I'm extremely happy with the way things unfolded this season. If you'd handed me this season before I started, I would have taken it for sure. So yeah, I'm very happy, and again, it's because of so many people that work with you day in and day out, and there are so many of them, but I want to thank a couple of people in particular today. Hossein Shaddad, my fitness trainer, same as Nouran's fitness trainer. He just, as she said, he wakes up at 7 in the morning to come and work with us. He's always very keen. Derek Ryan, who's been helping me out throughout the entire season on site, and even with advice in general about strength and conditioning. You know, he's been a huge addition to my knowledge, you know, and for that I'm thankful. And obviously Tim Harkness as well, you know, physical side of things is very important, but when it comes to psychological and mental side of things, today I was tired and I knew it was going to be a tough challenge, but actually Tim told me a lot of encouraging words that got me here fighting again, and I really thought that I was going to be able to do it, but just again, Mohamed was too good on the day.
Well, congratulations, Ali. Ladies and gentlemen, your runner-up, Ali Farag. And your winner of the 2019 Alam British Open, Mohamed ElShorbagy. Mohamed, congratulations, a 3-time British Open champion. Going into this final, you'd actually lost to Ali the last couple of times. Does that make it even sweeter to get your hands on this trophy and this win?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I have such a big respect for Ali. You know, what he achieved this season and is unbelievable. You know, at our last match last season, after I won in Dubai, he told me what I did was very inspirational. It was my turn this time to tell him what you did this season is very inspirational. So normally in any other season, you know, winning the US Open and Hong Kong and the British in one season would be good enough for me to stay at world #1. But Ali just showed me he's the most consistent player I've had to face. And you know, I think we're going to improve each other for the rest of our career. And after a lot of great players have retired, I think it's kind of squash now need a new rivalry, that the people need a new rivalry, and I think hopefully both of us can give the people and the squash fans a rivalry that everyone will enjoy.
And of course, Mohamed, must be plenty of people that you'd like to thank who have played a big part in this achievement.
Yeah, of course. I want to thank Dr. Alam for sponsoring the event. Every year we come back here, the way you guys make us feel home here, you know, it's where the sport is very lucky to have you guys. And we really hope we can come back every year and we'll play a great event like this year again. Thank you. I would like to thank my sponsors, Channel Vaz, Row, Technifiber, and Red Bull. They have been a family to me all my career, and without them, you know, they make things much easier for athletes, you know, and I'm really thankful to them. Also I want to thank my team. It's been an up and down season, and I think you know, without my team, I wouldn't have been here today. And I would like to thank Hedry and Steph, who has been here with me the whole week. You know, we've been talking every day about different tactics, how to come back every day, try and play, how to play our best every day. And you know, you have been a great help for me throughout my career for the last 10 years now, and hopefully for many more years to come. And I would like to thank David Palmer, who's watching back at home. He has been a great help for me the last 2 years, and he's very experienced with these kind of situations. And I would like to thank Graham Williams and my parents and my brother. You know, my parents and my brother have been, you know, they have done everything in their life to see moments like this. And, you know, moments like this is just a small payback to what they have done for me all my life. And I hope I can always make them proud. One last thing, I'm sorry. But not least, the crowd. You guys have been amazing the whole week. You know, without you guys, it wouldn't have been as exciting. Thanks, guys, for coming back every year and making it very exciting for us. And hopefully we'll come back every tournament and make it another exciting tournament. Thanks, everyone.
Congratulations, Mohamed. If I could ask Noran to come and join you, that does conclude all the squash here in Hull. It's been a fantastic week. And here are your 2019 Alam British Open champions, Noran Gohar and Mohamed ElShorbagy.
Well, there you have it. Two Egyptian winners. Noran Gohar winning her first British Open title. She's been superb this event, PJ. And Mohamed ElShorbagy, I mean, he's not dropped a game up until the final. He's had so many battles and so much scarring over the over the past season, but it's good for him to obviously end it on a high and also add to that rivalry. That rivalry is very, very important at the high end for the men's game.
Very apparent, Joey. These two have done battle in the last 6 finals. They traded blows 3 apiece, and it was Shorbagy that came out with the victory tonight. And going on reflection this week, he has been the best player. Very fitting that we're seeing those two champions being crowned today, because they were the best. And Noran Gohar took the game to new heights this week for me. Her unrelenting hitting, her accuracy, her dogged determination, and the best performance and the best week of her career so far. I'm sure there's plenty more to come from her as well.
She's, like I say, she's only 21, so I mean, she's got the world's oyster, but the women's game improving continually. Tournament to tournament, the level is going up. There's Camille Serme, a former winner, losing out sadly in the final for her, but it's an impressive women's tour that's emerging. The men's tour needs to re-strengthen after all the retirements that we've had more recently, and you know, the British Open is back on the map, which is great. It's been supported so well by the Allen family. Hull University have presented a great event here in this new centre. And the PSA, of course, who have hosted and re-energised the event. I'd like to thank all my colleagues who produced a wonderful show here. It's been a great tournament, and we will be back. The season's not quite over, but join us again on the PSA World Tour.